extraterrestrial pilots. Every year.
Wish I could find my pants.
Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel. Echo Hotel.
Have you heard that before? Have you heard anything like that? That's what we're talking about today. Flux and Danny on Direct. Join me, my wonderful, lovely co-hosts for
Hello.
this show we like to call The Unexplained.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So does this topic encompass the weird phone call I got in 2020 that was like, stay home, stay safe, stay home?
No, that's
weird.
just that's
Stay
just
inside.
the dictator government we have.
Eh,
It's fine.
Wasn't that weird though? Because did you guys get any phone call like that?
no.
It was creepy, and it wasn't like sponsored by anyone. It wasn't attached to anyone. It was just a random call.
That's
And the phone
terrifying.
number was blocked. It was scary. Because I was like,
Although
is this
that would
about
be a
COVID or
fun
something
prank.
else?
That would be a fun prank to do. I might do that now as a prank because that actually that's funny.
Just had to mess with people.
Just to mess with people. Stay home. Don't go out. Stay
It was
home.
literally
Oh,
that. It was like, stay home, stay safe.
Oh,
Don't
that
go
see,
out.
that's terrifying.
Yeah, it was really scary, and it sounded almost like a government like issued voice. You know how sometimes
Oh,
government voice actors are like super smooth sounding?
Well, I must admit, if I got a phone call saying stay home, stay safe, I would definitely leave my home immediately. That would just be me.
Right? See, and
Yeah, I'd be
that's
like,
the
"No,
thing.
thanks."
I'm like, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm dipping. Bye.
I just wish I could have recorded it, or if it was caught on voicemail. It was weird. So this is
Oh.
not the same thing then.
No.
Okay.
No. These are ham or not ham radio, but shortwave radio waves.
Yeah, well, let's watch a little history here from the modern rogue. I like
Also-
this little brief little modern roguey
Also,
discussion about the
since you started with a number station, I just sent you a
I
link
saw
in the
that.
private chat to my favorite number
Oh,
station.
cool.
If you want to give it a quick play, this is my favorite.
Like
one.
now or
It's one of the most
before we
popular.
listen to the modern rogue, which would you prefer?
I think now, because it will give
Yeah.
kind of context to what we're
Okay.
talking
It'll
about.
give a little different context
Okay.
because they're different. You'll hear
Oh, let's-
just
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
play some different kinds and then sort of get into what
yeah,
are they?
just the shock different, like the stark differences.
Here is Flux. Flux. Why did I pull it up twice? I only need it once. Oh, and everybody, by the way, House of Flux, all one word, 2 X's, House of Flux. Go there, subscribe
Oh
to her
yeah,
channel.
all of that stuff too.
Absolutely do that. And make
And
sure you
also-
like every single video she's done. And then Danny on Direct with the new improved camera. Look at that. So crisp and clean and looking
So fresh and so
fantastic.
clean.
Now I feel pressured to step up my camera's game here.
You have incredible camera and lighting.
Yeah,
Talking about, I
Yeah.
can read what it says on your hat, Jeff. It says, "Bulldozer, don't tread
Nope.
on me."
nope.
Just
Oh,
Killdozer.
sorry, Killdozer. Who got
Yep.
you the Killdozer hat? I want a Killdozer hat.
Flux. This is Flux's hat. Flux gave
Flux,
it to
that
me in
was-
Houston.
That was my hat that I gifted to Jeff in Houston.
See, she almost said
because-
that was my favorite hat. That was the hat I gave Jeff.
No,
I
no,
refused
no.
to take it. And as I've explained before, I'm just a custodian of this hat because I know what it means to her. And the second she asks for it back, she gets it. This is Flux's hat. I'm just wearing Flux's hat until she wants it back.
It's cool, Flux. Where did you get it?
I had it custom made.
I'm gonna order one on Amazon. I bet.
You should.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
you
such a
probably
bitch.
could.
Like,
Because
it was in my head before you said it was custom made, and then it came out my mouth before I listened and understood when you said it's custom made. I was like, yeah, I'll get it on Amazon. I bet it's not
prob-
there. I bet
'cause
it
I
was
went-
custom
Oh,
made.
there's probably a whole
I got
slew
it-
of Killdozer stuff there.
like done at a place because they had hats. I'm like, I want a Killdozer hat, and you can't find a Killdozer hat. So
I can confirm it's hard to find. The other one that says "Don't tread on me" is the code Killdozer, but it's just a photo of Killdozer over the
Yeah.
"Don't tread on me," which I'm not opposed to.
Well, see, that's why I say it's Flux's hat. I'm just wearing it.
it's one of a
Dude,
kind.
I can't wear that here in the US. I'll get freaking arrested by the FBI
No, but
and maybe
see, I
shot
wear it
at.
all the time. Nobody ever came for me. So, well, I also very much put out the I'm crazy vibe, so they don't come for me. That's my whole shtick. Is like I'm trying to be as crazy as possible, so that they don't think I'm a threat.
Maybe
I
that
have a
character
man
The
in
Simpsons.
Provo who would like to have a discussion with you if he were alive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's,
that's a topic for another time. I don't mean to derail. I'm just going to shut up and
Well.
listen.
AA Ron says XOXO
Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie Bridgewater Triangle something or other. Thank you so much, AA Ron and Praetor7. Danny, Google stay home, stay safe phone messages. You weren't the only one.
Ooh,
See, I'm telling you, I thought
that
it was
could
like
be
an
an
across the
episode
nation.
topic.
We'll Google it and be ready to give us a little update here.
All
in a
right, I'll do it
second.
right now.
Been there, done that with the $5 super chat. So those 3 $5 right in a row.
Nice.
I have been broadcasting these numbers for a long time. They've been winning the lottery numbers for the past several years.
I think
Weird.
there is some truth.
Coincidence?
I think you might actually just be broadcasting the winning lottery numbers. I'm not sure, but I have a sneaky suspicion. It just may be the lottery station here broadcasting. I'm not sure. American Dream, we're just dropping a mocha dick because that's what we're all about here.
Mocha Dick Poon.
Weirdly, that is probably safer to wear in Korea than the U.S. I mean, it's safer to do anything in Korea.
That's fair.
It's actually safer to not be safe in Korea.
True.
The only thing is, well, one of the few things that's not safer to do here is like ride a motorcycle or do anything where you expect other people to. If you're trying to not have people pay attention to you, this is the best place to do it. But if you're if you're doing something where you actually need people to pay attention to you and avoid you, this is the worst place for it. Like riding motorcycles, scooters, bicycles, things like that's like really dangerous. But
confirm.
this could be dangerous. We're not sure because we don't know what it is yet. It's from Flux.
Haha.
I'm gonna blow your never. I'm gonna blow your never.
Is he saying I'm going to blow your ass?
I'm gonna blow
It's
your.
Yosemite Sam. I'm gonna blow you to smithereens.
I'm gonna blow your never.
Oh, I hear it now.
I'm gonna blow your never.
But that was it. That was the message for this one.
I'm gonna blow your.
Repeat.
Forever. For years.
How does the okay?
This is
How does the FCC allow someone
Because
to take
these are
that
pirate
bandwidth?
stations.
These are private shortwave things.
They can't touch them.
It's not regulated by the FCC.
They could be anywhere on Earth, and most of
Anywhere.
them are.
Mm-hmm. But guess
This
where
is-
a lot of them are?
This is a creepy one.
Ooh.
This one
like
is
the creepy
actually
ones.
pretty creepy. It's a gong station chimes. We won't listen to the whole thing. We'll listen to like the first minute and 10 seconds. And these are just played constantly
On repeat.
random shortwave radio stations. Some are just random blips. They just insert themselves into the shortwave broadcast. Others are dedicated channels. going to skip ahead to this weird little part here.
Achtung! 0, 3, 2, 4, 6, Steuerung 1, 6, 3, 8, 1, 4, 6, Steuerung 1, 4, 7, 5, 1, 5, 3, Steuerung 2.
So, and you know, they just do this all the
Huh.
time.
I'm trying to find. There's one where it's like a child singing, and then reads out the numbers, and then goes back to the child singing, and then random numbers. It's just fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
And I mean, another example. This is someone actually put a really. Sorry, we're only 12 minutes into it, but I gotta say, a really fucking creepy video to this thing. The station itself is a little weird, but the video is just downright freaking creepy.
Yay, nightmares. That's
That's
totally
what the
what I wanted
unexplained
tonight.
is.
My favorite thing.
Yeah, this is the Persephone numbers station, it's called. So, and this doesn't help at all.
1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 6,
Persephone, like the goddess of spring.
2, 9, 7, 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0.
Etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, I don't know if you already had a video in the shoot that kind of like explained the background of it a little better.
The Modern Rogue did a good 10-minute video on it.
Okay, cool.
If you have a better one, cool.
Well, I have a 20-minute video, but we don't have to.
That's the actual other one I was looking at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Show me.
It's
show
a
me,
good-
show me.
It's a good video. That's the one that I watched, and I think, is this the guy I started? Yeah, I started actually following this guy, and I subscribed to a lot. Like, I subscribed to him and started listening to a lot of his stuff because he does a lot of stuff with like radios and antenna and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I liked this. I liked the 10-minute one from the Modern Rogue because it was 10 minutes.
Mm.
Do you
Which
mind if
means
we
to
do
us
that
it'll only
one?
be like 50 minutes.
Exactly. If we did a 20-minute one, we'd be here till next Thursday, I think.
By the way, I did look up the stay home, stay safe
Yes.
robocalls from 2020.
Yes.
update.
It was nationwide. Now, here's what's frightening about it. It seemed to have peaked in October, early November.
Uh-huh.
So just before the election.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Hmm.
Isn't that?
little bit.
Shenanigans.
I don't know about shenanigans. I remember receiving it in October
Hijinks?
being like, what the heck?
Mm.
Back then, I didn't answer phone calls, so
But it
I
was
probably
so
just
generic.
ignored it.
That's what was scary, is if it was like, stay home, stay safe, don't catch corona, that would be
like
one
some
thing.
just quick message.
Yeah,
no,
but it wasn't. It was a creepy way. It was heavily implied that if you go outside, there's serious danger.
Oh, see, yeah, that's terrifying.
And it was too broad for it to not. I don't know how this isn't being considered voter interference and election interference.
Coercion, all of that good stuff.
Well,
I've got to keep looking into this and figure out where it came from. I'm sure someone did some research.
Like what organization put it out?
Mm-hmm. But Canadians and Australians got it too.
See, anytime the world agrees on stuff, I'm like, yo, we don't all agree. Why are we agreeing on this?
I wouldn't doubt it was the government. I wouldn't doubt it was the deep state, freaking intelligence agencies wanting to keep their
Kitty
people
says, government be governmenting.
Yep,
You know it.
you know it.
Screw the
Facts.
government.
Well, and
Period.
also, Bodacia says it's a ham. It's a great hobby. maybe some of them are ham stations with people messing around or doing hobbies. I mean, I don't know if this is what you were saying, that these are just ham radio signals, people messing around or mucking about, but other people have been saying that, it's a joke. It's somebody's doing something. Some of these stations, which one of them we're going to talk about, I mean, they have been going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 30, 40, and 50 years.
Since the 1960s. The 60s.
Yeah, so it's more than some dude in a ham station somewhere. Praetor says 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. You just won $1 billion. Cool. Thank you so much. An American Dreamer. Is this a drinking or doggo stream? Love you guys. No drinking streams. This is an unexplained stream. Doggos happen if doggos happen. If we unlock the achievement, it happens. That's all I can say.
My doggo's too nutso. Only at night. He's fine all day. And then as soon as it crosses into 4 p.m., he turns into a little gremlin. I'm like, what the hell? What happened?
How old is he?
He's 5 months old. He just got neutered. So he's on day 3 of recovery.
Oh,
He's got the cone of shame going.
He's got the cone of shame. He's still super energetic, though. Like, he's basically healed. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
It's just I got to wait for that incision to completely heal before we can remove the cone.
That's a good thing. My dogs never had to wear cones because they just can't reach that part of their body. Sadly, they can reach that part of each other's bodies, but so that's.
They can't bend over their little sausages.
Yeah.
They're just like bread loaves.
No, that's exactly what they do. It's like if their butt itches or something, they just kind of go. And that's kind of the hey, will you please scratch me signal? Because I can't do it for myself.
Woman.
Oh man.
So yes, let's take a closer peek at some of the things. This is the modern rogue, and I hope the modern rogue isn't a copyright claim freak, but maybe not. I mean, this is from December 9th, 2016. Hopefully this will fly under their radar, so to speak. Or hey, everybody should be subscribed to the Modern Rogue anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great fun channel. Where are we at here? Present a 10-minute video. Discovering secret number stations. This kind of gives a little insight into what they are, what most of them are. Let's put it that way. This is what most of them are. Let's start.
Man, I miss the Cold War.
No, said nobody ever. Oh, there was something.
Great way to start.
We felt scared and alone because the world was going to end at any moment.
There's some Soviet grandpa out there who disagrees.
I heard of a number station, but I was fascinated by the idea the moment I heard it.
Oh yeah, I actually found one. I was about 11 years old. I said, let's go to the place where none of the songs are, but all of the weird noises live.
Oh,
Oh, by the way, if any of you, if we need to stop this at any time, just tell me to stop. 'Cause I used to do this. My dad had this portable, I don't know where the hell he got it, but this was like this portable multi-band radio that had probably been made in about 1507. I mean, this thing was ancient and it was thick. It had tubes in it. That's how old this thing was. And I mean, it had 4 or 5 different shortwave bands. It had like this weird government weather band. It had like, I mean, I'm trying to think, it had like 8 or 10 different bands. Of course, it had like AM and FM too. And then it had like 8 or 10 different bands on this thing. And you would just select the band and then I would just slowly turn the dial. And I would hear these number things and it would fascinate me as a kid. And I would literally go to sleep listening to some weird, creepy voice read numbers.
Also, I
Probably
want to
explains a lot.
apologize
And
in
you got
advance.
cursed.
I want to apologize in advance for any sleeper agents that we accidentally wake up tonight by
Yeah.
playing these.
That'd be hilarious. We wake up tomorrow and there's like the whole entire world is at war and the aliens have invaded, and
Right?
and it's all
Oh.
our fault.
No, I'm pretty sure the end of the world is supposed to happen tomorrow, the 23rd.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what?
Right? I'm pretty
What?
sure, you know how like every
Hold
few
on.
years the world is going to end?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's saying
I'm
it
pretty
now?
sure it's September 23rd this year.
Okay. All right.
That's a rumor
Oh my
I heard.
gosh. Okay,
So
so
it
That
I
was
sucks
said
because it's
10,
already the
September
23rd
23rd.
here.
Oh, well, for you it's different, but
That
it will be
sucks.
here in the US on the 23rd, which makes sense because we're about to be hit with a super big storm and we just cursed the
Mm.
stream. So, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds like we cursed everybody. Okay, so it's a viral internet theory that claims the world is about to end.
Huh.
If it's a TikTok theory, I'm gonna hate you a little bit because I
See,
hate
no,
TikTok shit.
I can't remember where I heard that, but I heard it from someone and I didn't do too much research into it because, to be honest, I kind of forgot. But then I'm like, oh, yeah, the end of the world's tomorrow. Ah, cool beans. Checks out.
Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
keep reading. You keep watching.
well, I think you should
The
be paying attention.
unexplained.
Yeah.
I am paying attention.
You just said you're going to read something else, and we can just
I
ignore
can
you.
We all have
two
ADHD.
things.
We
Oh
can
my
read and watch like
gosh,
7
come
different
on.
things.
That's true. All right, yeah.
All right, I'm watching.
Flux is right. We all have ADHD. We can do 8 things at once.
No, it's okay. I'm watching.
Of course, because you had those giant 1980s jam boxes
Huge.
with shortwave radio on there.
Yes, I thought, is this the launch codes? Because I was watching War Games.
Of course.
Clicking
Oh,
down,
right?
or, you know.
Would you
So if I
like to
understand
play
correctly,
a game?
shortwave number stations are one-way communications to field operatives out there doing espionage stuff all over the world. The idea is you send a message that the whole world can hear, but there's only one person that it's impactful for.
That's the prevalent theory. Now, no government has ever even acknowledged that they are in any way affiliated with any number stations.
Oh,
They
Two of them have-
started to appear after World War II.
Two countries. It was Switzerland and
France.
Switzerland and another country. They're like, yeah, we use it for espionage. And
But
so we're like,
is Switzerland really a country?
There is a broadcast, a shortwave broadcast out there that I recall listening to that sounded like it was in French. And it was like, to those behind enemy lines, like the day is clear, or something like that.
Mhm.
And then it repeats this whole like verbiage in French.
yep,
So
that's a number station.
yeah.
That's
Right.
terrifying.
And yeah, I've seen about 3/4 of this, and I can't remember if they talk about this or that. But I mean, if you read spy books, there's a lot. They discuss these a lot. One of my favorite authors is a guy named Robert Littell, Littell, and he's written an amazing book. It's one of my favorite. I don't like spy novels generally. Like Robert Ludlum, I love, and Robert Littell. I've read all of Robert Littell's books. They're fascinating books because they do research. They know what they're talking about, and he's one of these. He wrote a book called The Company. Was when his first big, and it's a historical fiction about the early days of the CIA and the Berlin base. And the book has like 850 some odd pages, but they talk a lot about these number stations. They'll have a drop location. Sometimes the signal will be the location for the next drop location, where they'll go there and it'll be another message giving like a frequency and a time. So the operative would go find this frequency on shortwave, wait for the specific time, then he would get a series of numbers which would give him his instructions on what to do.
That sounds espionage-y. By the
Or
way,
like
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, or like with the Yosemite Sam one, a lot of people thought there would be like there was a certain phrase that when the time would come, it would trigger, and it would play only this one phrase within that loop of, Yosemite Sam saying whatever. So only one person really picks it up.
Well, we heard that kind of on the gong audio, where they just play this gong, and then it does a little bit of distortion, then it gives a tone, then they start reading numbers in German.
I just looked up the viral internet theory about September 23rd. Okay, here's the weird part. I do believe in media programming to help the public become accustomed to ideas. So the theory is that all of these movies, end of the world movies, are all set, believe it or not, September 23rd. Okay. So Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, Deep Impact, the asteroid crashed on Earth September 23rd. The Knowing, the Earth is supposedly struck by a massive solar flare, also September 23rd. The other movies and shows that talk about it is Lost, The Big Bang Theory, Tomorrowland, Little Shop, and number 23, Sleepy Hollow, and many more. So, okay, now I would just laugh at this and be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's a fun theory. Except, guess what we learned today? And
What
guess
did
what
we
I'm
learn?
learned a
doing?
lot. What?
Guess what I'm doing tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Nothing?
I think it's tomorrow. If not
Kissing your
tomorrow,
ass
it's Sunday.
goodbye?
No.
Oh.
The NASA's asteroid collection vehicle is landing at Dugway Proving Ground early in the
cool.
morning. I don't know what
Cool.
contamination measures have been taken. I don't know what reentry is going to look like, but we went up into space and dug out a portion of an asteroid that is set to hit Earth at some point and took that material and brought it back to Earth. It's coming back to Earth either tomorrow or the day after.
That's slightly terrifying.
You think?
Hmm.
Wow, that's kind of a
Interesting.
coincidence.
And I'm pretty sure we're falling on the fall equinox, if I remember correctly, because isn't tomorrow the start of fall?
Hmm.
Oh shoot, you might be right.
Which symbolizes death and rebirth, the death cycle of the rebirth cycle in the seasons.
What
Is
ca-
the world gonna end tomorrow for real?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that there's something interesting here, and I'm glad you
Now,
mentioned it, even
let
though
me-
I hate
let me-
TikTok.
This is interesting. So you said all of these books mention September 23rd as being the date.
Books
Yeah.
and movies, yeah.
Well, there's also a book by Stephen King called The Cell.
Oh God.
Is that
where
the one that the movie was based off of?
that,
The
yeah, that
really dumb
horrible
one?
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was just bad. But like, everybody's talking on their cell phone, and then suddenly there's this pulse, and everybody that heard this pulse sort of becomes this mind-numbed robot that's being driven by something to do something.
That's terrifying.
The pulse in that book began at 3:03 p.m. Eastern time. 1 week after that, on October 1st. So exactly 1 week after October 23rd.
Interesting.
You mean
and a
September
lot of
23rd?
September 23rd,
Yeah.
yeah.
David
interesting, yeah.
Mead, whoever that is, he's a renowned conspiracy theorist. I don't know if renowned conspiracy theorist is a word that goes together, but I'll take it. Anyway, he theorized that the fabled planet Nibiru would also come around to Earth September
Oh.
23rd.
I haven't heard of Nibiru for a long time.
Me
What is
either.
that?
It's the secret planet that's between the Mercury and the Sun.
That's on
Oh.
a rotation that we
Yeah.
are not tracking.
I
that
have
has
not heard
alien
of
beings.
this.
Yeah. It has like some alien beings that come
Yes.
by and like steal gold from the planet. Because gold is interesting.
out.
It's one of the non-renewables, right? It's an
Mhm.
element.
And that checks out, and it's really good for you.
It's really good for a lot of
Oh,
things.
interesting.
Yeah.
John Ross says, weird that Future Conflict mentioned number stations today. Now you are too. And I just played Ad Infinitum with number stations. You're creeping me
Oh,
out,
that's
man.
weird. I wonder if we're all on the same.
Are we all on
Wavelength.
some? Yeah, we might be all on some weird synced wavelength right now because the
And
world's about
it's the
to end tomorrow.
23rd. Come on, we're all
It's the
syncing up.
23rd. It's the 22nd here, but
Yeah,
yes,
it's still the
maybe.
22nd here, but
Well,
Wow.
Alan Walsh says, well, it was an absolute pleasure knowing you all, just in case. American
will
Dreamer
find
says,
out-
goodbye, everyone.
we will find out tomorrow during Minecraft morning if the world is surviving or not.
I wouldn't be playing Minecraft if you're worried about being Minecrafted on September 23rd.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so in case
Yes.
this whole re-entry event is actually just a Project Bluebeam event,
That's
do you
what
guys want me to record it?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna try my best to get up on one of the hills that overlook Dugway if they let me,
Yes.
and see if I can't look down into the air base or down into the proving grounds and see. I figure there's
that'd
going to
be
be a
fun.
bunch of like scientists and contractors out there with a little white tent.
There'll probably be a lot of people out there trying to watch it come in.
Well, you're not allowed on base.
Well, at least like in the surroundings, because it should be coming down, right?
It will be coming down. And so my thinking is if I'm up on the hill, I'll be able to see everything. But yeah, you can't go on base. Like Dugway is just like
yeah.
Area 51. So
Oh yeah, we've got I'm right by Aberdeen Proving Ground. And
oh,
that's
okay. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do I get all of the ordnance testing where my windows are rattling every, you know,
Oh.
hour
so you
or
just
two. And
remember,
like,
it's not
why
a
are we
blast.
testing?
It's an acceleration of energy flux.
Yeah. But see, Flux, you have the ordnance proving ground. Dugway proving ground is all of the bad shit the CDC doesn't want to have within 2,000 miles of them.
Yeah, we just have the bombs. Y'all have
Yeah.
like the stuff that'll make you have like grow a third leg and extra eye and all that.
Well, we have
If you
anthrax. We
survive.
also have like sarin. We have all of the human killer here.
I believe it's one of I believe Dugway Proving Grounds also have one of, I could be completely wrong with this, but I
One of the
seem to
harps?
remember someone saying that has one of the 3 remaining samples of some horrible disease.
No.
Probably
Because
true.
why wouldn't we have samples of that?
Which it was the one we, my mind just suddenly went blank in the middle of that sentence, literally.
The aliens, they had to take it out of
Not
your brain.
smallpox.
They do have smallpox.
Yeah, I had
It
to get
was like one of the
injected into me.
diseases that was killing everybody, and then we got rid of it, but we kept around a few strains.
The plague?
For
Oh my
science.
gosh. Okay, you guys
Polio?
want to get really creeped out? I'm ready to blow your minds and creep it out. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blow
I
our
just
minds
looked-
and creep us out.
So I just looked up the media page on NASA's website, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be landing. It's going to be landing at Dugway Proving Ground, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the name of the orbital ship is called?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
what?
Prometheus?
Osiris. That's the god of death
Yeah.
Oh.
in Egyptian religion,
Oh.
like ancient Egyptian.
Why
Oh.
do they want to kill us?
Just saying.
Wow,
Little
these
weird.
are a lot of coincidences.
It's a big freaking coincidence.
The harbinger of death would be coming down on the 23rd, where it's
I
also predicted.
I think it is smallpox. I think it is one of the I think it's smallpox. They have one of the 3 remaining samples of smallpox or some shit like that.
Ugh. The smallpox vaccine is the worst.
That's probably better than smallpox.
That's fair, but I don't think you get smallpox very much anymore.
Well, that's because we eradicated it and there's only 3 samples left or something like that.
So why
So
do
I
I
could-
need a vaccine?
Because they have 3 samples over for testing. I don't know. Anyway.
because maybe they
Ugh.
don't work the way we think they do.
Yeah. Well, we've got through
Maybe
a minute
it's
of
not
this so
a
far.
perfect science. Oh, hey, by the way, it's on Sunday, not on Saturday, apparently.
Okay,
Ah.
still crazy.
But I don't believe him. I'm gonna go. I'm going Saturday.
Yeah, do it anyway.
Because they lie about this shit all the time. They're like, yeah, you can live stream it. Da, 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 da. I'm like, I don't think it's going to be live streamed at all. I think I need to go out there.
You need to go out there all day and just wait for it.
Yeah.
And I will. I mean, if you just videotape the sky, I'm gonna be sitting in the chat hyping you up for it.
Dude, the pre-landing call is on today. So that tells
Mhm.
me it's likely happening tomorrow, and then they'll stream it tomorrow as though it's live, even though it isn't.
And you should totally go and report it.
I'm going
All right.
to.
Well, we do have some super chats here, if I
Oh.
may. Cloak and
Yes.
Glomer says, one word to research, Trigon, but don't let number stations scare you. They're just the original lo-fi beats to spy to.
That is
Well,
awesome.
I
Try-
like that.
Trigon, is like one of the big DC universe baddies. Is that what surely you're not talking about that guy.
No, it's probably it's 100% probably like a code word for something or a code
Yeah,
project or
let me do this here. Trigon.
So another interesting thing that is used often in like classified fields is they will spread news stories with similar names to try and bury code
lead.
names and like bury the lead on other issues.
Well,
So now if
Trigon,
you search for Hillary Clinton deaths, it will pull up, for example, Hurricane Hillary deaths.
Oh.
Now that
That's
actually may
smart.
just be a coincidence, but I'm saying it's one of those examples. Like it's very common.
Well, let's see here. Oh,
Yeah, I'm only finding superhero stuff.
this isn't going to help us get back on track, Don Kratzer.
I will
Member
answer
for 1
after.
month. What's
I'll
a
be a good
blue beam
person.
event, Danny? Can you give us the 30-second version?
30-second version. Here we go. So the US government has been preparing people and conditioning them for a cataclysmic event of some kind that will bring the whole world together into a one world government where everybody decides it's better to relinquish our sovereignty than to try and fight this existential threat on our own. The blue beam event has been described as one of the blue beams that you see in Hollywood. It's same blue beam that destroys everything in every single Hollywood movie that has become more and more prevalent in movies these days. And so it's likely to be some kind of blue beam event where basically the government sets out this it's a red flag, or what is that called?
False flag.
It's a false flag type of attack where we attack ourselves and we blame either extraterrestrial life or some, like I said, existential threat that requires us to give up our sovereignty. Some people have theorized that there's going to be like fake aliens via projected images into the sky. Some people believe that that's going to coalesce with the drugging of the populace, kind of like what you saw in Batman, where people start to already feel hallucinogenic, but they don't realize they're hallucinating. And so everybody has this real life event experience, but in actuality, it's the government just attacking itself. And it will happen all over the world simultaneously, depending on who you talk to and what your conspiracy tastes and take are. So there you go.
And as a person that avidly looks at all different types, this is a theory that runs through all different circles.
Yes.
So, it's not just blue beam. It's there's going to be some type of mass event.
Yeah.
That will bring everybody
has their own
together
version.
for this, because ultimately we're headed towards they want globalization. We're going to be this one global, yay, we're one planet, one earth thing. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we did unravel Trigon mystery. It was Alexander Ogorodnik, who was a Russian, a Soviet diplomat who turned CIA spy. And he eventually, he was working in Bogota. Oh, cool. His CIA chief handler in Bogota was KGB double agent Aldrich Ames. See, this is why you need to read. Everybody needs to read this book, The Company by Robert Littell, because Aldrich Ames is one of the main features in that book, and the Russian, the English spy that turned to the KGB, Philby and Aldrich Ames, and it's a fascinating book. It really, really is. It says 900 pages long, and it really turned me on to Robert Littell's book. So I just love it. American Dreamer says John Ross. Thank you for the $5. Says John Ross says his knee hurts to predict the end. Okay. He's like, ouch, I woke up, my knee hurt is the end. And Bodacia says the one-time pad is the heart of the number station method. I swear to God, if we get like another minute or so into here, we'll get to the one-time pad number station explanation.
I didn't do anything.
I know, it's just us.
No, it's just that's why we chose the 10-minute video and not the 20-minute video.
Exactly. Although the 20-minute video is really good.
Yes.
This is just half as long.
They were all over the place. There are still many of them that are active. You can find some of them from Cuba, Korea, what used to be the Eastern Bloc in Europe.
Wow.
All over the world. They're still active. How they work, according to an alleged ex-CIA operative. An operative out in the field will have a one-time pad or an OTP.
All right, so a one-time pad is a set of pages with random numbers on there that there's only one copy of, or I guess two copies of. The sender and the receiver have one.
Exactly.
And they know that this is we're on page 53. We're going to do it, and I'm going to encode it with this pad. You have that pad. Nobody else in the world knows. Now we're going to tear up those pads, and they're gone.
Right. Because shortwave radio, anyone can pick it up,
Sure.
even the bad guys, but they won't know what they're listening to.
Well, dude, I want to hear some of this. Where can we find out where the number stations are?
We have a shortwave radio.
Okay, all right. I assume that somewhere on the website.
That's much smaller
on the
than mine
website,
from the early
internet.
80s.
Yes. One of the more prevalent
gonna buy
ones
one
is
now.
HF Underground
I have one.
spy numbers
I'm
for
probably
them.
gonna go
Look at
turn
this.
it
Look
on
at all this
later.
activity just in the last few days.
They're a little difficult to decipher when you're first looking at it, but a lot of these number stations have designations like E11A,
Or S11A,
and then you have like your date. Now, UTC is
Universal Time Code, right?
Exactly.
So these are people logging the times of the messages and recording the messages and sharing them for the purpose of trying to decode them, or maybe this is just a hobbyist, like a cool curiosity.
It's a little bit of both. Everyone always hopes that they're going to be able to decode it or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think rational people understand the futility of that exercise.
Sure. Let's find something to find on the shortwave radio.
Okay.
So here's a log that says unknown CW number station.
Oh,
that's
lively
FM.
tune starts to play.
I got excited.
We got
for a
one.
second.
Like, now that the Cold War's over, they're just having a good time with this.
They're still celebrating 30
Yeah.
years later.
Exactly. The wall came down. So one of the
Wall came
things
down.
about the number stations is that they are always broadcast at regular intervals. Like there's one out of Cuba that broadcasts on 4 different frequencies. It'll do one, and then 5 minutes later, it'll do the next
The
one.
exact same message.
And
Again,
then it won't do it again for another 2 hours or another
The one
4
in Cu-
hours. And it only does it
They
on
mess up all
Tuesday.
the time. The one in Cuba, they're always messing up their transmissions. That's why they don't go at for the one in Cuba. It doesn't go at direct intervals because they always forget.
They're
That's
busy.
legit. They're just like, "Oops, we forgot to send it. We got to send it now."
Damn commies.
They're just busy enjoying their coffee, rum, and cigars. They're
Yep.
busy. They're certainly not doing work because they're commies.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, or only on Wednesday mornings at 6 a.m. UTC, that kind of thing.
Got
So
it.
they're very regular schedules because the spy has to know exactly when it's coming on.
And if he or she misses the one opportunity, he has to know where he can go to get it in the next, 4 or 5 opportunities.
Exactly. It's a little difficult to find one. Plus, there are atmospheric conditions because the way shortwave radio works, it broadcasts from between 1.6 megahertz and 30 megahertz.
Yeah.
Right above the medium wave AM band. You can actually bounce these off of the ionosphere through something called skip propagation if you aim it at the sky when it transmits, and it can go, depending on atmospheric conditions, to the other side of the world.
Wow.
Whoa.
So someone in
Yeah.
say
Oh.
Spain might be able to pick up something that's
Yeah, 'cause that's the
broadcast
cool
out
thing
of
about
Japan.
shortwave.
But-
You can literally listen to like Japanese radio stations and Russian radio stations in the U.S. because it does this atmospheric skip.
And that's the benefit of it still, is that it's just a radio, but you can send it literally anything from Europe over here to, China to Poland.
I want to see if mine is a shortwave. You keep playing. I'm going to look right now in my Faraday cage. I'll be right back.
Cool. All right.
I don't have one of those yet.
I hope
Although
he's
Mrs.
joking.
Flux keeps yelling at me to get a Faraday bag, and I'm like, we'll get one soon. I promise.
I hope you're both joking.
Nope. We're preppers, Jeff. We're preppers. What do you expect from us?
Okay.
But we
Jeff,
may
I'm
or
not
may not be
joking.
able to hear it.
So
Okay.
that's the problem, is all of this
I
is
told
super
him we're
iffy. And this
preppers,
is
it's
what,
what
like
we
a
do.
$20, $30 shortwave radio?
Yeah, any shortwave radio will do. You can even build these yourself.
Well, let's see if we can tune something in on the shortwave.
Okay, we'll start over on the first band, way down at the end of it, at 5.7.
Yeah, and they're usually like at the
It is
ends
a
of the band.
shortwave.
This is
It
like
really
the
should
worst
be.
white noise app ever.
Yeah. So I got to be honest, it's going to be very difficult to catch something.
If you
on
are
this.
going
We
to
don't
have a
know.
radio, shortwave is the radio to have because, like I said, you get world broadcasts on them.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
That's a
So
good
we-
one. I'm
so
gonna
I
have
would-
to
I
go.
would-
I'm gonna go get mine real quick.
Mine is
That was
a
the other
crank
weird
and
thing.
solar power.
Yeah. See, there you go. That's a great radio to have.
Which is why I keep it in the Faraday cage in case anything gets messed with, because this would be a great thing to have to charge my other electronics anyway. But yeah, get yourself a Faraday cage. I mean, solar flares are real and they will destroy your electronics. A perfect example of it is in New York. Do you remember the outage in New York? That was a solar flare. And they happen frequently. So I'm like, I'll keep my electronics. And, when the world goes to shit, I'll be the smartest person there is.
People are saying, wait, is this just a radio? Yeah, it's just shortwave radio signals. And then I don't know how much shortwave and ham overlap, or if ham broadcasts on shortwave radio signal wavelengths. I haven't really studied ham radio. So but yeah, it's essentially just on shortwave radio stations, and they'll do these things. They said, well, let's just watch and then we'll talk more about it.
Exactly the frequency. We don't know what time. It's a poor antenna, imprecise controls. This could be an exercise in futility.
I can't help you with the time, but I can help you with the precision, the controls, and the antenna. There is an online, totally free, super precise, high quality shortwave radio available to everyone.
Okay, let's see it.
Beep, beep. This is a
Shortwave.com.
shortwave radio anybody can use through their web browser, sponsored by the University of
Not a real
Twente in the
radio.
Netherlands, and it is freaking amazing. Check this out. This waterfall shows you the entire spectrum of what's being transmitted all over the world right now.
It is neat though.
So here, let me
That is cool because it's
so right now
worldwide.
we're dialed into kind of nothing,
Mine
but you
is
can see there's
also
lots of
solar.
activity down here. So here, I'll just click down here, and it's tuning in, and then check this out. You can zoom in,
Wow.
and it gives you can see all those different bands right there.
Oh, wow.
Those are
Oh,
individual
wow.
transmissions from we'll call them legitimate sources, right?
And it's so easy to use because you can
That's
even
actually
put
really
in
cool.
the frequency.
Right?
Sure. So this is Radio 1 Umbria in Madrid.
You should put the link to this in the chat or link down.
This
in
is a
the
transmitter
description
that
of the
was
video.
lowered into the deepest well in
should.
Siberia where they could listen to the sounds of
Oh, hell, yeah. So some of these you have like talk sport and so on, but you can actually intercept data transmissions over shortwave radio. So right now, all of these fine lines indicate these are discrete stations transmitting nonstop. These are like CNNs of radio, basically, right? But check this out. If we go to the less populated parts of the spectrum, the stuff where stuff is a little more sporadic, like let's jump all the way up to some of this area. So here we go. In this case, we had something that
Whoa.
was transmitting, but then it stopped, and now it's starting again. So when we tune in over here, we don't know what that is. Something is transmitting and then stopping. So listen to this, and I bet
hear
you
that?
recognize it.
Is that a slow scan television transmission?
Yeah, this is data being transmitted over shortwave radio.
See, and that was also one of the early spycraft things. They would do these microbursts
Yeah.
where it would be super ultra sped up things, and they would just burst them out, and then they would record them and then slow them down, just like by factors of dozens, so that they could bring them back into something that they could listen to and understand.
Yeah.
So they would pack just literally minutes of informations into like a half or a tenth of a second just burst of noise, which
That
kind of
is-
seems like what they're doing
What
here.
was the name of this website?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna try and Google. I know, right? I'm gonna try and Google it.
Let's see. We are at the 6:39 mark, so we can go back.
Oh, probably right at that's where everybody wanted.
I'm gonna go grab batteries to plug this in because I want to see if I
Waterfall
can't
show-
get it short.
Use the crank.
I'm
Yeah,
using the crank, but that takes time. So I'm gonna go get the batteries.
Well, you
'cause
have to
I'm
get
like-
used to it because what are you going to go? Oh my God, the world's ending!
Yeah,
But
we're
oh, my
gonna
arm
have
is
to keep
tired. I can't
cranking
listen
it
to it.
for.
Exactly why I need to put a battery in it so that way when the world comes to an end, I'm not saying they're cranking it for 5 minutes trying to get onto the radio. I'll be right back.
I don't think it's shortwave.modernrogue.com, but let's see what that is.
Does it matter which way you spin it, or you can just spin it anyway, right?
I don't know. You should figure that shit out long before the world ends, Flux.
Well, that's why I'm, figuring it out now. But we good. All right, I'm gonna go to the shortwave.com because I want to see if there's anything.
There's nothing there on the,
Shows you
on
the
the modern
entire
rogue.
spectrum of what's being transmitted all over the world right now. So here, let me
Let's see if we
This is a shortwave radio anybody can use through their web browser, sponsored by the University of Twente in the Netherlands, and it is freaking amazing. Check this out. This waterfall shows by the University of Twente in the Netherlands, and it
Wow.
Wow, what?
Like it's only there for like a half a second. It's hard to see it.
Yeah.
University of Twente. Hold on.
20. It looks like Twente. Twente.
Twente. The Netherlands.
20.
Amateur Radio Club ETGD.
Got it. I will click here to start audio.
Yeah, let's play with it.
Wait, I don't want to start the audio. It's audioing. Where's the button
Send
to
me the
click to
link.
stop the audio? There's no button to stop the audio.
You just gotta close the site.
I guess.
Go to a different station.
Don't ask me. I've been on the site like 3 seconds. I have no idea how any of this works. All right.
Oh
I
Lord Jesus is a fire.
All right, there we go. I've ended the noise in my head. So here's the link if anybody wants it. We're putting it in chat, and I will make a note to put it in the video description in a little bit here.
Sorry. I got my shortwave radio to turn on.
Here's Danny trying to end the world.
I'm going to mute myself so I don't end the world.
That'd be good. All right. I mean, it's not good that you're muting yourself. It's good that you're not ending the world.
We're gonna accidentally trigger somebody's sleeper agent hood.
All right.
We live in
here's
Utah. There are no sleeper agents, just plain agents here.
Just regular agents
Just
there.
regular agents here.
All right, I have now put a
Oh, man.
link in the description. It's on live shortwave radio, and there's a link to it. I'm going to go mess around with this. I avoided it because I know I will spend my entire life watching that.
Yeah, because I already found one. It's a short burst that's happening up in the 2500s.
England 99 says, Jeff, do you remember the microwave redirect towers on the mountain in Logan? That's ringing some vague bells. Were they like big, giant silver half circle things? If yes, then I remember those. There's like a big tower, and they have these giant half spheres, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Mads, so I saw your quote
What's up?
advertisement for this stream. What I was curious about, why use shortwave and not longwave radio for number stations? Because longwave, as I understand it, long waves deteriorate quickly. That's why you can't pick up an FM station on the other side of your house sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And you certainly, if you get outside of a town, but you can get these AM. AM is a much shorter wavelength than FM radio. That's why you can pick. You can be in Colorado or in somewhere in the Midwest, and you can pick up these 50,000 watt Mexican radio stations in the middle of the night. Because the wavelength is much shorter, and the shortwave they're like microwaves. They're a step above microwaves essentially, and they maintain their integrity over much greater distances, much greater time, and that's why you're getting the skip off the atmosphere. You can literally bounce the signal off the atmosphere, comes to Earth, hits a relay station, and bounces off again, and you can send these shortwaves around the world where you can't send FM radio over to the next town. Oh, Mads is telling me I got it exactly reversed. Shortwave deteriorates fast. Long waves go around the globe.
Isn't it?
I don't think that.
Isn't that what you just FM goes
AM is
far and
longer.
AM is...
Well, I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so don't listen to me, people. I was only in radio for a bunch of years. Nobody told me how it worked. Whatever.
Oh Lord.
All right.
What is
I don't know.
NDAA?
Non-disclosure
I was gonna say what?
Association of Advanced Retired People. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. I know I'm wrong because apparently it doesn't, whatever. I just ignore everything I just said. I clearly don't know. So yeah.
How it's early for you. You just woke up.
I don't care how awake I was, would have no idea what I'm talking about in this respect. That's just what I thought. That was my understanding, which is clearly exactly wrong. So, shortwave. Fuck, I don't know. Let's get back to this before I sound any stupider than I actually am, and that's a dangerous amount of stupidity. So I don't need to be more stupid.
Wave radio, anybody can use through their web browser.
All right,
Sponsored by the
the
University of
6-minute
Twente
mark
in the Netherlands, and it is freaking amazing. Check this out. If we go to the less populated parts of the spectrum, the stuff where stuff is a little more sporadic, like let's jump all the way up to some of this area. So here we go. In this case, we had something that was transmitting, but then it stopped, and now it's starting again. So when we tune in over here, we don't know what that is. Something is transmitting and then stopping. So listen to this, and I bet you recognize it.
Is that a slow scan television transmission?
Yeah, this is data being transmitted over shortwave radio right now. It's astonishing. Just poking around in this thing has been a blast. It's like a black hole. I could spend all day just.
That's why I
This
didn't want to find
really
it.
helps you visualize
Oops, sorry.
all of the secret world that is all around us all the time.
Well, and so much of the spectrum is being used at all times. That's the part that blows me away. So haunting.
Is this when you start getting into the EVP frequencies where you can hear ghosts?
This tool alone is its own amazing wonderland. I would love for people to post in the comments anything of interest that we should check out on the shortwave band.
Yes, there's probably so many cryptic, weird, and fascinating bits of information.
So as you tune into stuff, you hear the tones change based on your frequency.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds as though they're broadcasting those as beacons to let you know you're getting real close to the actual transmission.
So we're very much dilettantes.
Interesting.
There are people who dedicate their entire lives to understanding every little nuance to all of this.
Dude, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my day to understanding what a dilettante is. Oh, that's the other thing. You can set how specific you want the tuning to be, whether it's kind of wideband.
So if you narrow in on it, it's going to get more clearer and distinct.
As
gonna get
long as
shot.
it's a precise signal that you're receiving.
Sure.
Yeah. So weird. Oh my God, it's like you're tuning in an alien transmission.
I feel like my nose is about to start bleeding.
Across shortwave, you've got legitimate broadcast stations doing content of all varieties, whether it's talk or music or propaganda. You've got these slow scan television
Isn't that all
little
the
data
same
pulses
thing?
going out. And if you're very
Wow.
lucky, the right place at the right time, you could run across a number station. What do they actually sound like?
If you go back to the HF Underground spy numbers
Oh, we
forum,
got a Big and
you
Two
can find
raid.
where they've archived them.
Welcome, people
Oh.
coming from Big and Two. We're glad to have you here.
Welcome, welcome.
What's
Big,
up?
Big and Two does he does all the courtroom shenanigan videos. People
Oh,
behaving
fun.
badly in court.
Ooh, nice.
So
I
everybody
love
should go
those.
check out Big and Two. Big and Two is awesome. All right, we're talking about number stations, secret number stations broadcast on shortwave radio frequencies, which apparently I know nothing about shortwave. We've established that. That's the one thing we've uncovered today is that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to radio wavelengths.
Because a lot of people will regularly listen to stations because they have the schedule. They know what frequency and when they're going to broadcast.
Got it.
And they'll wait and listen, and then they'll record what they hear, document it, and post it up on SoundCloud or YouTube.
In fact, the most recent post here has an archive.
This is an archive of S11A. And sometimes it's not even numbers. Sometimes it's nursery rhymes or weird phrases. Like in the movie Red Dawn, when they're out in the woods and you hear them say,
The chair is against the wall.
Exactly.
The chair is against the
so
wall.
let's find out what S11A is.
Oh, look at this at
That's the name of my
prion.org.
battalion.
S11A is
when
called
it
Cherta.
comes time.
It's got several frequencies. It's
I'm with you.
active. It's a
My
female
favorite land
automated with
mammal.
Polish accent voice. This is amazing.
If you are prone
Or
to
the
getting
honey badgers.
obsessed with unraveling mysteries,
Hold on, here's another audio sampler.
Внимание, 8, тройка, четверка, 7,
That's so weird.
Are we gonna do any?
I'll tell you what's so weird is this shows you the budget these people have. My
Yeah.
subtitles are automatically generated by YouTube. They have woman in Russian with Polish accent.
Very
Along with
specific.
original Russian language with English translations. They pay for translations,
They
not me.
wow. That is some detailed closed captioning.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Are we gonna do any more modern rogues, or are you just gonna be obsessed with this?
No,
Forever?
I'm just gonna dive in. I want to live in the shortwave wonderland. This is incredible stuff. I mean, this is the haunting reality of being connected in a visceral way to the rest of the world. We understand theoretically on the internet that, yeah, I guess we're all talking to each other, but this makes me feel it when you can just tune in and listen to everyone.
This makes me feel that there are dangerous secrets happening all around us at all times.
Yes. Awesome secrets like this.
Didn't we hear this when we used the Ouija board?
Yeah, yes. I could do this all day. I
Yeah.
could do this all day.
Yeah.
Get out of my basement. I'm moving into shortwave land. I'm gonna get a ham radio license. Call me KDK512 from now on.
All right, KDK512. I'm gonna go shoot the rest of the episodes for today.
Bye.
Now I want
And
a
there
ham
we go.
radio. I want to broadcast on shortwave.
I've
Yeah.
wanted a ham radio for a long time. Well, pretty much my grandpa had one, my dad messed around with one, but like then after Stranger Things, I'm like I really need to get a ham radio.
I just want a ham.
That's always good too.
That actually
Yeah.
sounds really nice. A spiral like honey baked
Ooh.
ham.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say like a nice honeyed ham. I'm gonna have to
Not
go
bad
eat
at
after
all.
this.
We're the worst people to do an internet show. I swear to God. We're
Why?
just like going,
This is a great internet show. What are you talking about?
Ungrateful. Absolutely
No.
ungrateful.
This is amazing right
No,
here.
that's
We're
right.
learning
That's-
so
we're
much.
so horrible. It's awesome. We've gone from aliens to shortwave radios to spiral cut hams in the space of like 30 seconds. We're just
You
the
forgot about
worst.
the end of the world. We're
Yeah.
going through
What
that.
about the end of the world?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
we're going through
Uh,
that tomorrow too.
I love us.
We're so fun.
Us are great.
Us are great. For those who are just joining us, the world is ending tomorrow.
Yep.
Project Bluebeam is a project that is heavily debated within the conspiracy communities and circles widely, but ultimately it's a false flag. And what else did we learn? Oh yeah, shortwave radio, very cool.
Oh my God, we have 340 people listening to us here today, and 201 likes with absolutely zero like and subscribe poll. Maybe the day has come to put that aside.
Hey, these are the topics the people want to know about.
Yeah, and we're the worst at giving people actual information. We are so cool. I love us. I really
We
do.
gave
We're
them
the
a
best.
little bit of info, but see, that's the beautiful part is you give them the nuggets of information, and then you know, if they
Yeah.
so choose, they can dive further into the topic.
Okay, what are you talking about? We didn't give people information. I'm giving facts.
Yeah.
Who is
Tell me.
Osiris? He's the god of death over Egypt. And what is the name of the capsule that is landing here in Dugway tomorrow that may
The
or may
harbinger of
not
death?
be the harbinger of death? It's named
Yeah.
Osiris Rex.
Christopher
Yep.
Sigurdsson says, "Wait, is Blue Beam tomorrow? Is possible." So
Yeah,
Awesome.
there's a good chance it might be tomorrow,
it's quite
Tomorrow or
possible.
Sunday.
but definitely
Yeah.
probably tomorrow.
Well, see, and then like again, if this happened, if you just happen to have stumbled upon this show, I apologize. This is just what we do on our Unexplained. We do a couple times a month around this time. We just raise questions and talk about serious things and joke about serious things and talk way too seriously about joke things. And so I just always prepare for the inevitable comments. You guys are wrong. You don't know this. Or Jesus loves you. Ghosts aren't real. Or dinosaurs happened. Or not, dinosaurs didn't. We're just having fun. we're just playing with things. Wow. Christopher
But it
Sigurdsson
is-
says big titty alien girlfriend. She's
Hmm.
coming tomorrow. Prepare
Hell
your
yeah.
landing pad.
John
Well-
Gordon's on it. You guys are wrong. Thanks, John.
Yeah, thanks. We
But
know.
see-
We know.
You're very well aware of how
Undisputed.
wrong we are. Don't have to worry about that. But that was kind of the lighter side of them, the modern rogue, the lighter side of things.
Mhm.
Oh, and we have, let's see here. Oh, no, I faked myself out. Never mind. Ignore. I withdraw that statement.
I have a question.
Yes.
Any murderers ever put recordings on shortwave radio?
What the hell is wrong with you, Danny?
I'm just asking. 'cause,
Like,
if
recordings
I
of
were a
murder?
murderer,
Like,
okay,
murdered
if I were
somebody
a
and
murderer,
recorded it live.
Okay,
and I wanted
okay, is this like an O.J. Simpson "If I Did It" book?
no,
Okay,
not like
good.
that.
All right, just
Okay,
checking.
I haven't killed anyone yet. I'm
Yes,
just saying
okay, fair
that
enough.
if I were a murderer, I would want to like leave hints and things everywhere, like catch me if
That's-
you can, but murder
no.
style.
That's why.
That's
No,
how
don't
you
be
get
a
caught,
murderer.
Danny.
Yeah,
that's
but
what-
isn't that fun?
No.
No, not if you want to stay
Okay,
free.
I was
Don't
just
leave
asking
clues.
if anyone else did that.
If they have, they're in jail because they left clues.
I would wait until I was like on my deathbed and then start sending notes and letters and leaving stuff, but wait until I was like near my deathbed.
Yeah, like leaving clues of your murder is exactly the opposite of what you
Yeah,
want to do.
A very wrong thing to do.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's like a scavenger hunt for
Yeah.
murder.
Oh, Lord.
And prize.
And at the end, you get Danny. I mean, if I was the murderer. I was
Yeah,
just curious if anyone else had done that. That's all.
I can just see Danny. There's a box of gold if you retrieve this list: a liver, a left lung, a kidney. You know. Oh God.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not suggesting anyone do this. I'm not
I-
suggesting I've done this. I'm simply asking questions.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff. Jeff can't be associated.
I think
Hello.
don't think- hello. I don't think anybody's been murdered over radio before. I've not been able
Dannibal Lecter.
Don't hire Danny to kill anyone.
Seriously.
I like the Dannibal
Samantha Palmer, this is how women think.
Look, I'm putting the fun back in felonies. Okay.
Is there supposed to be a shoe in the lung, though? And that's good business reference there.
Oh, is that what
God.
happened in the Shabusiness case?
Oh,
The
she put a
foot in the
foot inside the chest cavity.
Yeah, that was
Good
my
feeling so.
biggest takeaway from that day was the left foot was inside the left chest cavity.
Yeah.
That was my big takeaway. Hmm.
She's not very good at puzzles.
But the organs weren't.
Yeah. The organs were scattered about the house on
Yeah.
one of Danny's scavenger hunts.
Good luck finding all of it.
Dismembered bodies, Danny scavenger hunts. Okay, that is not the thing I am suggesting. I am suggesting you discover a corpse, okay, and you determine it's a murder, and then there's a series of clues to lead you to the murderer. I feel like that'd be fun.
Yes, Shabusiness will be sentenced on the 26th. That is correct, and we will be covering that. Yeah. Right. So that was, like I said, the Modern Rogue kind of gave the witty version of this, but there's also the creepiest. Is this the one I wanted? The creepiest radio station sounds? Is that the one?
Oh, there's some
Show me, show
really
me, show
creepy
me.
ones.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted, I believe. Yeah, the 5 creepiest number stations ever recorded. We did a couple of them, I think, earlier, but yeah. Dark better like it. There you go. 7 years ago, 2.5 million views. The Gong Station. That's the one we listened to a little bit earlier. For those of you like listening while you drive, messages would open with a series of chimes that were followed by a woman shouting out coded number groups. Corresponding to times and places of designated drop points of our active spies. One known listener was an Air Force printer, Joachim Preuss, who copied and handed off over 16,000 sensitive documents. After broadcast ended with reunification, it is believed that KGB took over operations using other hidden German transmitters. This is Backwards Music Station. Despite its name, the Backwards Music Station transmits what is believed to be encoded tones instead of music. And for those of you new viewers, by the way, saying we can read it ourselves, you don't need to read it. We have a huge number of people that listen to me that actually drive truck and other things while they listen, so they can't.
Thinking of you, Diane.
Yeah. The signals are comprised of sweeping, low-pitched, and repeating sounds. Not known to follow any schedule and never repeated in any pattern. Government or military involvement is suspected as messages appear to be sent during major geopolitical events.
Yeah, the number of stations typically spike during times of political unrest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It is theorized that the station's messages are broadcast in a compressed format that creates the distorted sound.
So you would just need to like record it and then undistort it.
Yeah, you slow it down and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is the Poacher, the Lincolnshire Poacher channel. Evidence suggests that Lincolnshire Poacher began operating in the 1970s and was transmitted from the island of Cyprus. Broadcasts initiate with the electronically produced notes of the tune Lincolnshire Poacher, an English folk song. Followed by a cheery automated female voice with a noticeable upward inflection for the last numbers in a group. Great. It's digital 1970s upspeak. Great.
39715. 39715.
The station is believed to have been maintained and operated by MI6, the British intelligence service, until 2008. Transmissions were sent simultaneously on 3 different frequencies to thwart heavy jamming attempts, most notably from Iran. The Swedish Rhapsody. Swedish Rhapsody is a Polish state security station believed to have been transmitted out of Poland since the late 1950s. It's like 70 years.
This is a popular one. I've listened to it several times.
Transmissions were signaled with the Luxembourg polka, often mistakenly identified as Swedish Rhapsody #1. Yeah, we all make that mistake. except for Nicholas Starr. He probably doesn't make that mistake. He's like, nah, that's a Luxembourg polka. That ain't the Swedish Rhapsody.
Oh, clearly it's not the Swedish Rhapsody.
And communicated 100 number groups in an automated voice, also often mistakenly identified as that of a little girl. This is a creepy freaking voice.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The voice is thought to have been generated by tweaking the pitch of a Stasi-Sprach machine that was used until 1998.
Begging the question, what is a Stoushy Sprouch machine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
what
knows?
is that?
When it was replaced with the same American female voice used by the CIA handlers on their Cynthia station. And number one of the creepiest number station sounds ever recorded, The Buzzer. The Buzzer, or UVB-76, is a Russian station that may have actually operated as UZB-76 until 2010, when it became MDZHB. MDZHB continually broadcasts a 1.25 second buzzing tone followed by a 1.85 second pause. So that's a microburst there.
I was gonna say that's definitely a microburst.
Yeah, and then you got to get the equipment to slow that down a bajillion times, and then clean it up and whatnot. So it's occasionally interrupted by a live voice transmission in a Russian military code formerly known as monolith. While some listeners insist variations in the buzzing represent a numbers code, the tones may instead be a channel marker.
Which is
The
important.
voices are thought. Yes?
Which is important because I just played with my shortwave, and it is really hard to catch these channels making noise. Like, you have to have the most sensitive touch if you're doing it with your fingers, and you're just trying to find a channel. So it makes sense that you would want to have some kind of channel marker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the ones that we use at home are sort of just kind of developed to keep us from dying in case of a major disaster, not to pick up like rogue spy stations from Poland.
True.
That's fair.
Good. Yeah. So they might not have the most micro touchy of adjustment capabilities, but now we have that link to the really freaking cool one in Sweden.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Did you put it in the description?
It is in the description of the video. Yes.
Woohoo!
The voices are thought to relay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was looking at it a little bit.
What she meant to say was she's not paying attention to us, but she
No,
has
I
ADHD too, so she is. Part of her brain is paying
the
attention to that.
accusations.
Yeah. Part of Flux is paying attention to that, and the other part is paying attention to us. And she's probably part of paying attention.
Part of me is paying attention, making sure the government's not trying to break in my window, all that good stuff.
The voices are thought to relay secret orders for military units who decrypt in the messages via code books kept in a safe. That's speculation.
Mm-hmm. Probably keep it in a cake.
Huh.
That was that.
Which,
Huh.
like I said, I'm pretty sure there have been two countries that were like, yes, we use this for espionage. And so pretty much are like, okay, all of these number stations are probably for similar reasons, because no other any other government's like, no, we don't, no. So you can pretty much, all governments use these type of things.
Yeah. Hi, Navy Doc from Big and Raid. It's good to have you here. This is exactly not Big and stuff here. Big and 2 does some great courtroom shenanigan stuff. Great channel to watch. I like to watch that. It's one of my go-to channels in the morning, along with Law Talk with Mike. We're doing unexplained streams here this morning, just talking about weird things that happen. Today happens to be shortwave number stations. That's what we're doing.
And also the end of the world.
And also the end of the world and hams. We like both radio and edible kinds.
You're the one who brought up the edible kind. We were talking about ham radios, Jeff.
Yes, you were. This is what happens when you get three ridiculously ADHD people trying to get together to do a single stream.
with
are
a bunch of random knowledge about random shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And our entire contingent of however many equally weird people we have watching this right now. 303 weird people are watching us as we love you, weird. This is the home of the weird, the unexplained. Oh my gosh.
And to
I
be
can't
clear, you guys,
now
just because
and,
I
like-
know the conspiracy doesn't mean I believe the conspiracy. I'm just
That's-
simply repeating conspiracies that I have learned of.
That's
Don't
accurate.
worry. We're weird, we're not crazy. There's a big difference.
There are definitely conspiracies I believe in.
Oh, absolutely.
We would own 100 cats, we just wouldn't wear them live as clothing. There's a difference.
You know what, Jeff? Thank you. Thank you. You just saved me from my weird serial killer, like shortwave radio.
I was like, where did your brain go with that one? Because I saw the look on your face. I'm like, what is she thinking?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
saving me from the shortwave radio story.
You're welcome. We'll
Oh,
call Magic with a $5
that's
super
tough.
chat. Loving the commentary. Lol. That's what happens. We haven't talked to Danny in a very, very long
I know, Danny, you've been hiding.
I have not been hiding.
I
I have
thought we
been
were friends,
busy.
Danny.
You know what?
Oh,
Both of you
Megan
shut up.
Megan Fox says hi and that she wants to have you on her show and she misses
I
you.
love her, and I'd
yeah.
love to be on her show.
She
Yeah.
wants you to be on her show. She made that explicitly clear.
I
Yeah.
want to quit my
times.
job.
And Jeff
do this
forgot,
all
but
the
I
time.
told you.
Thank you, Flex.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. More.
I would have
thank you.
remembered after we shut it down because that's what I do.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
love
Flux.
us.
I love
I
us
love
too.
us.
Us are great.
Us are fun people. So,
Us is fun.
Yes,
so
we
Trigon wasn't anything important for now. Like, it's not an ongoing conspiracy. It's just relating to.
He was a
an
Russian
actual-
operative. Yeah.
Okay.
Who coincidentally died by a certain type of poisoning that is self-inflicted.
Yes, he requested that the CIA give him a cyanide tablet just in case he was ever caught. He actually disposed of one, and then he requested another one, which he eventually used.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
American Dreamer. Love to your mom, Danny.
Oh, love to
Hi,
you, American
Mom.
Dreamer. Thank
Oh, you
you.
haven't got mom yet.
She's not
You
here
haven't-
yet. I
yeah,
gotta
she's
go
not here
grab
yet.
her in about 2 minutes. I gotta head out. So, but I
2
want to
minutes,
play
huh?
on the international website thingy together.
Okay.
The shortwave radio link. Pull it up. I
Yeah.
want to
I've
play
been
on it.
sitting here and I'm watching. There's been a weird type. I haven't been able to follow it too much, but it's a weird burst of like, there's something
Flavor?
there, and then it stops, and then it looks like there's probably stuff.
So basically, we need to dedicate ourselves to it if we're going to find anything. Like a quick perusal will not be like, oh my gosh, look, we found some number stations.
Well, Flux, if you want to share your screen, you've at least seemed to be able to do something with it. I just got a lot of noise and panicked.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me share the screen.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I've
me
been
with
paying
children.
attention to the show.
That's me with minor
I have
children. I'm like,
also
I don't
been
know. I
paying
was watching
attention.
her, and then she started making a lot of noise, and I don't know what to do. Someone come take this baby. It makes noise.
Start throwing cats at it. All
I'm
right.
trying
not
to like
even that
play with the
funny.
thing, but I don't really understand it.
You hear to her first. Flux is trying to play with her thing, but she doesn't really understand it.
You just got to use sensitive touch when you're playing with it manually.
Exactly.
Oh, that was sound.
Hold on, I gotta try and bring this into pinpoint a little bit, I think.
And can you bring up the volume more?
Oh, yeah. How's that?
Yeah, because it's so soothing.
Doesn't it sound so good?
I'm
It's like a
panicking.
dental drill.
I'm trying to find the exact... I don't
Oh, I
understand
don't
what
like
I'm
this.
supposed to be doing here.
I don't know. But turn it
Exactly.
down. Why is it so loud?
It sounds like cicadas. It does, or cicadas, depending how you want to pronounce it. I just call them mamies.
Oh, see, there's the burst. You guys see it
There
popping
it
up
is.
now.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix, man.
But I
Tighten
can't
that
capture quite what it is.
What about the one on the far right? It looks like there's consistent noise.
Yeah, there's a.
Dial up.
We
Sorry,
are
that was me.
listening to somebody's dial-up.
That was
Dial-up
me.
tone.
Oh,
Oh,
I was
thanks,
just
Jeff.
I was just mucking about.
I'm like, I don't get what this.
Hello, this is your captain speaking. We are flying at 35,000 feet. We will be arriving in Seattle. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, this is cool. You just have to bounce around with it a lot and just kind of find
You've got mail.
trying to find the stations because some of them I want to know what this TWN Sound of Hope is. Let's see what this is.
Taiwan.
I think you have to pinpoint it.
Can't you just like click on the logo or something?
No.
Well, that sucks. Stupid station.
Right? I don't understand how this works. I don't know. We'll have to play with it.
Yeah. Oh, there's a volume slider. Wish I would have seen that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was gonna tell you, hey Jeff, the volume slider is right here, and there's even a mute button.
Yeah, I see that. I see. When I'm not panicking because my ears are being split by random noises.
I get the panic now. I understand.
Yeah. Especially if
understand.
that is screaming in your ear.
And is
Jeff,
that? Yes.
The private chat is the link to the recording that I heard.
Yeah.
That everyone heard.
I was literally in the middle of asking the question, is that the thing that you heard when you cut me off to tell me that was the thing you heard? We're synced up, man.
You gotta play it so people can. It's because we're on the same wavelength.
We are at the same short wavelength. We ride the short wavelength bus to work.
Yes, short wavelength bus. Yes.
We're all on the short wavelength.
I am okay with that as long as you guys are my riding buddies on the short wave.
We don't have helmets. We have tinfoil hats on the shortwave bus.
I really gotta bring myself, get myself a tinfoil hat for these occasions.
Well, last time I did that, Eric Foams made it part of his profile picture.
That was funny. So did X Comer.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I said. I meant that's what I meant to say. Sorry, it was X Comer, not Eric. Eric Foams is better than that, right? Eric Foams, you're better than that.
Tinfoil helmets.
Yes. Eric Foams would do. See, I saw Eric Foams' name down there, and it just did that thing, where you see something and it
comes out your mouth.
Whatever it was you were trying to do. Yeah. Stay home, stay safe. Recording. Eric Foams was like, I did what? Sorry. Right. So here we are. Why isn't it letting me embiggen it properly? It's embiggening my entire screen. So whatever. We'll go to
sorry.
Here. Yeah, I have no idea why I did that, but that's what it does. All right, we're freaking out over here. Let's not freak out me. All right, here we go. This is apparently what Danny received on her phone call in October of 2020. Oh, I know why it's doing that. I'm sharing the window, not the link. Right. I hate the sharing the window thing. Share the link, dummy. Here we go. Amazing. It embiggens properly. And we can hear it. So that's even better.
Yay.
This is Danny's robocall.
Hello. This is just a test call. Time to stay home. Stay safe and stay.
Okay, so this is just a test call was not in the call I received. It was just the stay home.
Wait, go away.
Call correctly.
Go away, guys.
Streamception.
Go away, guys. There we go.
You just crossed streams. Good job, Jeff.
We did. Right. Okay. We's got it. There we go. That's what you heard. When do you actually
Wow,
have
that
to
is
leave,
terrifying.
Danny?
5 minutes ago. So
Mm.
sorry, everybody. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
We're not leaving, just Danny is, because she's got
Just
things to
me,
do.
y'all. So, your two favorite people, they'll be here. I am heading out.
No,
Love
you
you
said you were
guys.
leaving.
Huh?
You said you were leaving.
I am leaving.
I know. So one of their favorite people is leaving.
No, their
Yeah.
two favorite people are right here.
No, that's you.
But
You-
one
you
of
and
their
Flux.
favorite is leaving.
Shut your dirty
it's-
mouth.
You and Flux
now.
are their two favorite people.
Zip it. Zip it.
I'm
Okay.
just
God
here.
bless you. God bless America. God bless your families.
Danny,
Have a beautiful
thanks.
night. Mwah. Bye.
I
Bye, Danny. That was a quick out.
That was.
All right.
But
Russia
What?
Ghost Station. That's where we're going next.
yes, a
To-
lot of these are in Russia and around Russia.
Well, this was the number one thing they were talking about, the UVB-76, the Russian station. They just gave us about a 15-second or 10-second little preview on the last video we watched. This is a thing. It's much more involved than they were talking about. So Russia's ghost station. Dun dun dun. What is the mysterious sound heard on UVB-76?
Also, I think your camera might be focused on your background and not on you.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it could just be me.
kinda. Yeah. No. Hey, camera, talk to the hand. Focus on the hands. Camera. There we go.
There we go.
Back up. Hi, everybody. There we go. That's better.
There we go.
Y'all just need glasses.
I was gonna say me and mine are like not working because. Oh, nice.
Yes. That's a thing. 4625 kilohertz. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is a station. I'm doing a shot of Fireball. You're better than that, Georgia Peach.
I'm so excited. I'm getting a new desk next week.
Hey. What? Don't stop in the middle of that word.
Oh yeah, I
You're like,
read
I'm so excited I'm getting a new desk.
I'm getting a new desk next week.
Yeah, you're like, I'm so excited I'm getting a new desk. No, I don't do that. You like shifted position in the middle of the word desk. Don't do that.
I'm
See?
getting a new desk.
That's
There.
what I heard too, straight. Exactly that. Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
She's getting a mocha
No, I'm
desk.
getting a new desk. I'm getting a new desk because my
Yes,
current desk, there are bars right where my knees should go, and I end up smacking these metal bars
Ew.
every time I try and like scoot closer to my desk, and I'm like, I fucking hate this desk. I can't do it anymore. And Mrs. Flex is like, don't worry, I'll get you a new one. I'm like, oh, thank you.
She's so nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited because next week I won't bang my knees anymore. Because I'm tired of explaining these bruises on my knees is just hitting the desk.
Well, that's apparently the way you say you're getting a new desk because you're tired of your knees. Like
I'm tired of
banging on the desk.
Yep.
You're tired of banging on the desk. Just tell people that.
I'm tired of banging my knees on the desk. Yeah, it hurts.
Russia's ghost station.
Yeah.
I guess I can. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Says Trey. Yeah. Sorry. This is how we roll here. Get used to it, people.
Oh, I'm a 12-year-old sometimes.
Oh, you're older than me. Oh, I can't resist. Doggies are being so cute.
Oh, show the doggies.
We need to show the doggies here for just a quick second. They're just chilling, being dogs.
Oh.
Where are we here?
See the doggies.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
Oh, look at that.
Just chilling behind one, and then one's behind the glass and the other's on the floor. Doggos are just chilling. That's what they do.
Oh, your doggos are so cute.
Oh, they are sometimes.
I mean, minus the time that Yoda laid in Strawberry's pee, but like they're so cute. Oh, look at that face. Oh, wow, we jumping.
So yeah, that's what dogs are doing. They're just chilling.
Strawberry butt. Strawberry butt.
There's this nice breeze, like cool autumn breeze that's blowing through and blowing in the direction of the dogs and out the window behind them. So they're enjoying the cool breeze.
Oh, Yoda's he's moving a lot right now. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. So that's what the dogs are doing. They were just being cute, so I just wanted to show them there. So.
Oh, you're taking them away.
You must pay to see the dogs.
We didn't unlock the achievement yet. We must unlock the achievement.
Yeah. Well, we don't have enough time to unlock the achievement because we've got 25. We only have 25 minutes to get through a 12-minute video. We know that's not going to happen.
That's not enough time.
Yeah. We know that's not going to happen at all, ever. So,
we can get most of the way through it if we really focus.
Yeah, that'll happen.
No one knows for sure what is being heard when tuned into radio frequency 4625 kilohertz. Secret coded messages sent across airwaves between governments and spies. A doomsday signal ready to sound the alarm of the apocalypse.
Well, it was not a doomsday signal because it's been going forever.
Right? I was going to say, it's been a minute. If it's warning to the end, it's been warning us for a minute.
Yeah. A brief one, yeah.
Or a mysterious transmission tuned to interact with the ionosphere. Known to be of Russian origin, though this has never been confirmed by the Russian government. The signal was a continuous broadcast of repeated pip that has since become an unsettling, looping, and buzzing tone. For decades, the source of the broadcast was entirely unknown, until suddenly and unexpectedly, the first spoken words on the station identified it as UVB-76, broadcast from a military bunker in Povorovo, a small town 19 miles outside of Moscow. This interruption was soon followed by new strange and unsettling additions. Rustling of someone moving around nearby, a harsh voice reading a series of names and numbers.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Reading numbers and harsh voice names and rustling papers and
right, like it's that stuff that's like, wait, the rustling papers and like just the people moving around and stuff. That's weird.
And Dex Luther says, I'm listening to 4625 right now, and it's still doing that same thing.
See? It's terrible.
Yeah.
Why? What is making it? See, since it's been going for so long, what we need to be worried about is when it stops. When it stops, that might be the doomsday trigger.
And someone asked what the temperature here is. I can't see who I forgot to start. I didn't see who did, but it's like 21 degrees Celsius. So it's like 69.8 ish Fahrenheit.
It's a nice cool day.
Are the dogs hot? Hot dogs? Thank you, Mads. Thank you for contributing to the stream today. They are hot dogs. You're just big meatloaf hot dogs, aren't you? Thank you so much for your super chat. Back to Russia.
And faintly sinister music playing in the background.
Dark dogs.
The ghost station was first documented and recorded in 1982, but is thought to have been in operation as early as 1976. The looping sounds broadcast over the frequency were originally a pair of pips in quick succession. However, in 1990, the sound changed to a buzzing tone, leading to the station's popular nickname, The Buzzer. The tones sound at approximately 25 instances per minute, and with few notable exceptions, have continued 24 hours a day without interruption since the station was first detected.
That's weird.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve, 1997, the first documented vocal transmission over frequency 4625 interrupted the buzzing tone. A Russian voice read a message over the air.
UVB-76. Я UVB-76. 80.
The station returned to broadcasting the buzzes, but it had also given itself a name, UVB-76. Though the frequency of the tone has changed, sped up, or slowed down over the years, vocal transmission and abnormalities of any other sort were rare on UVB-76 following that first message in 1997. Another clue to the transmitter's setup came on November 3rd, 2001, when the station picked up what seemed to be a snippet of conversation between two people in Russian. This translated to, quote, "I am 143, not receiving the generator." Quote, "That stuff comes from the hardware room." This overheard dialogue seemingly confirmed one of two popular theories, that the buzzing tones were not internal and pre-recorded, but an amplified sound,
What was the
captured
chair
by an
against the
always
wall?
live
That's what I
microphone
wanted.
placed nearby. That, or another microphone in the area had accidentally been left on. A handful of shortwave radio enthusiasts have continued to tune into the station, eager to claw away at the mysteries behind the looping tones. On
Yes,
June
it is
5th,
still
2010,
broadcasting.
the station went silent, a break in the station's pattern. The buzzing ceased without explanation. After approximately 24 hours of radio silence, the buzzes resumed as normal. That same month, Estonian engineer and shortwave user Andres Aslade created an internet station that broadcasted the UVB-76 signal. This online stream brought in listeners from around the world, new ears that arrived at a transformative time in the station's history.
Transformers.
On August 25th,
More than
the
me.
buzzing ceased again, followed by the overheard sounds of knocking, shuffling, and footsteps. Aberrations continued into early September, as listeners noticed the buzzes being interrupted with recorded snippets of music, specifically Dance of the Little Swans, from Russian composer Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake.
Oh, I
That's
like
weird.
that one.
On September 7th, a
Odd.
more dramatic, substantial change occurred, beginning with another voice message that seemed to announce the station's new call letters: Mikhail, Dmitry, Zhenya, Boris, or MDZHB, followed by another long series of numbers and letters, a send-off message to the former call letters UVB-76.
Mikhail, Dmitry, Женя, Борис. Mikhail, Dmitry, Женя, Борис. 85, 343. Константин, Роман, Иван, Николай, Ульяна, Михаил.
On November 10th, now operating as MDZHB, another overheard conversation was broadcast, this identified as a phone call. A
Oh my
male
God,
voice
we gotta
mentions,
stop the
quote,
stream here
the
real
brigade
quick.
officer on duty.
Bye.
Because we have Mega Boss or Mega Mobass, Mega Mobass.
Nice.
However we want to pronounce that. If you're a fisherman, I guess it's Mega Mobass. If you're like a big fat Italian guy who's connected, I guess it's Mega Mobass. I don't know. Thanks, Mega MMMM. Thank you. Oh, shiz, number stations are my jam. Shortwave radio isn't dead. I love playing around with my Zenith transoceanic radio 1960s transistor. That must be what my father had. Because it sounds very, very simple. That name rings a bell. And it was from the 60s, and it has tubes in it. It had like tubes. It was a tube stack radio. Check out Evan Doorbell's shortwave radio series. Evan Doorbell's shortwave radio series. Let me write that down. I will. Thank you so much for that cool super chat. Appreciate it. And Jason Lizotti says, "Love the show, Jeff. My first time seeing your guest Flux. She seems great and funny as hell. Does she have a channel? Keep up the..." Yes, she does.
I do actually.
does,
And I
in
try
fact.
to be funny as hell.
She
Oh,
is
my channel? It's
House
the
of
House of
Flux.
Flux. It's all one House of Flux. And yeah. We
Yes.
paint and yell at the government.
Yeah, and do Minecraft and have
I forgot
guests.
about. Yep. We do a lot of looking into, history. We're big history buffs. We have guests on for current stuff, just different people to talk. And then on Saturdays, I do Minecraft mornings with Mrs. Flux. And mostly people just like to laugh at me when I die.
Yeah, Flux is super awesome. Flux is seriously good people. You definitely need to subscribe to her channel. She's great.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got to meet Flux.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to meet you guys. Jeff, also for after the video, I pulled up the station that is the
Cool.
4625,
cool.
and we can actually listen to it
Sweet. Let's do
because it's
that.
still broadcasting.
Thank you so much for that super chat. And
Thank
I'm glad
you.
you got to meet Flux.
It's good to meet you.
Flux is someone that you really do want to meet. In line and on person. In line and on person.
In line and on person. I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah. And Georgia Peach, much love from Van Kerman and Georgia Peach. Oh, thanks, peeps.
Oh.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. And Strawberry's doing her I'm staring at a blank wall thing again.
I love when she does that.
Yeah, we got ghosts or something, or just a dumb dog, one of the two. Most likely the dumb dog thing. Never mind. I just accidentally unplugged the camera. Let's watch our video, or we're never gonna get out of here. And we've got about 9 minutes to get through about 6 minutes of video. Good luck, us.
We can do it.
Good luck,
us.
The communication code debut and the name Nadezhda. A female voice replies, Officer on duty of communication node debut, Senior Ensign Uspinskaya, got the control call from Nadezhda okay. The conversation was longer than any other recorded on the station to that point, and its purpose, and the station's purpose, remained obscured. Though many have mulled over the meaning behind the mysterious ghost station, one of the leading theories was that it was some kind of number station, transmitting messages in secret. Thought to have existed since the end of the First World War, number stations were public radio broadcasts used to encrypt and send messages between government intelligence agencies and their spies. The system, pioneered by the Soviets and quickly adopted by other world powers, involved generating coded messages, typically sent in a series of 5 numbers or letters obscured of any meaning. The message could then be decoded using a one-time key shared only with the intended recipient. Because these number stations were broadcast publicly, it was nearly impossible for rival governments to track or identify the recipients, because they could be one of any number of listeners on their frequency and listening in from anywhere. To truly randomize the encryption process, the codes were sometimes even assembled by capturing street noise with microphones and creating a code out of the words and sounds captured. This way they could ensure that no pattern in the randomization process would give away their encryptions. So it seemed possible that MDZHB's purpose could be to send coded messages, but voice transmissions after the first in 1997 were very rare, and the buzzing sound itself seemed consistent in tone and tempo, to the point where it did not seem likely that any sort of meaning could be encrypted into the buzz itself.
I mean,
Another
why
popular
does the
theory
same
was
signal
that the buzzer
been
was being used
broadcast
as a dead
for
hand signal,
decades?
a kind of trigger that would fire on the occasion of a nuclear strike against Russia.
Oh God!
See, and
I hope
that
In the case that such an attack
it
crippled
makes me think it is some type of it is a tripwire essentially. So that when it
sounds
stops,
creepy enough.
It's go time. It's like this thing isn't active anymore. That's when it's go time. That's what it seems to me. Is that it's a tripwire essentially. When it stops, that's when you need to be on the lookout.
Yep. And Mega again with the $4. Just tuned in. I wish I'd seen this earlier, but if you haven't looked at Ringway Manchester, he talks a lot about stuff like this.
Boom,
Flux
that
obviously has.
That was the one. That was the video that I had sent to you earlier, and the guy
20-minute one. Yeah.
He's awesome.
We can address this again. This is kind of a fun topic.
It is.
I don't like the idea that this is a tripwire
Russia's
or a dead
military
man
force
switch,
or
but I
communication
like the
network.
idea.
The buzzer could be triggered to launch an automatic retaliatory strike. Such a device has long been rumored to exist. However, the way that the buzzer broadcasts hints that this is likely not the case.
Well, that's good.
UVB-76 uses a shortwave frequency, meaning fewer waves that could travel further by ricocheting off charged particles in the atmosphere, allowing them to move around obstacles and obstructions without interference.
Fewer
this has
waves,
made shortwave
not longer
popular
or
for
shorter,
use
just
commercially
fewer.
and by the military. However, the layer in which shortwave frequencies travel is not static. It moves depending on the time of day, climbing upwards during the day, then descending back towards Earth at night. For a dead hand signal to be effectively used and reach as far and wide as possible, it would need to change its frequency based on the time of day, as the BBC World Service does. The buzzer does not. Another theory, originating from the Borak Geophysical Observatory, was that the station had a
I was just gonna say that's interesting because per this radio wave thing, it does state that it's not audible during the daytime here, which is interesting. Yeah.
scientific purpose, the frequency being used to measure changes in the ionosphere. However, at 4,625 kilohertz, the signal would have been subjected to all kinds of interference, leaving it virtually useless in terms of measurement. It is also not known what interest the Russian military would have had in this science. The leading theory, then, is that MDZHB is being used as a military communication system, operational across Western Russia and used to send occasional messages between districts and units. The buzzing sound is used not as a coded message itself, but a placeholder noise, filling the station's vacant waves with a deterrent buzzing sound so that it would be less likely to be used by other shortwave users. A photograph posted on a Russian Wikipedia page seems to confirm this theory, depicting a framed piece of paper on display in a Russian military recruitment office that contains a prominent mention of 4625 kilohertz.
I wish I could read Russian.
Since a slave moved the stream of the MDZHB station onto the internet, its listeners have grown exponentially, numbering in the hundreds of thousands.
Wow, and that's where we're going to end this video because we need to actually listen to this station.
Oh, you want me to share it for you?
Yeah. Excited utterance is this like Australia or silver?
Both.
See what I did there. Are they saying this is the nuclear button? That's one of the theories, but hopefully they're wrong. Like, yeah, that stops broadcasting and then the planet lights up, which I hope is not the case. Flux has shared the stage here.
Oh, hold on. Let me mute it until you're ready because it is kind of...
It's already playing. You broke it. Now the world's going to end because you broke it.
No, you can hear it clear now.
There we go. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to make it a little more clear.
Can't hear it at all now.
I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can.
Yeah, now we can. Wow.
But it just...
So, yep, still going.
Active all day. And I don't know what this, like, not audible in the day, I guess. But see, I want to know what this bit is right here, but I can't ever catch it in time. But it's a bit that keeps going on this side every so often.
Interesting.
So it does seem to me it could be like a who was saying it, like a flag station where this is the area you gotta be, and then it's gonna be somewhere close around here whenever this radio wave goes off again.
That's pretty dang cool.
I love this. This is cool. All right, I'm gonna mute this now. That way. Yeah. But again, you can play with it a little bit to make it sound better. Oh, see, I want to pick up what this is.
Yeah. Wow. Figure out how to do it first. Well, they said you could stretch that out so it's, wider.
Yeah, but when you stretch it out, it sounds worse. Like, listen to when you stretch it out. Let me stretch it out.
When you can stretch out like
there it is.
You can stretch out the streaming part, the blue part, so that it's easier to focus on the thing. We just don't know how to do that yet.
It's the waterfall zoom, but I can't get any closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, cool stuff. Well, that's our little show for today, people. It's now we've just hit our 2-hour mark, and it's that time of day.
Hell yeah. Well, for you, it's that time of day. For me, it's that time of night.
Yeah, it's time to go sleep.
It's time to get ready for bed. Have an early day of Minecraft in the morning.
Mega again bringing another $20. Wow, that's
Wow.
thanks. I'm paying
Man.
some penance. Why are you paying penance? For enjoying your content, Jeff. You don't have to pay penance for enjoying my content. Michigan had one of the ULF stations that the government used to communicate with subs because of the very good grounding and something to do with the ground composition. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Never pay penance for enjoying our content. That's free. It's free to enjoy. You owe nobody anything. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to repent for listening to us. We probably have to
Just
repent
as
for
long
doing
as
what
you
we do.
if you don't have fun, then you should probably pay penance and repent. But if you did have fun and you did enjoy it, then all you need to do is hit that like button. Boom.
And for those of you that are seeing Flux for the first time, we do this also on her channel. We just
We
kind of
do.
rotate between her channel and Danny on Direct's channel and my channel. We just do it randomly whenever we feel like it. A couple times a month usually. Definitely get over to House of Flux. What's the next thing you got coming up, Flux?
Well, we've got Minecraft in the morning. So I finally, oh my goodness, I got my automatic farms working last week. That was a nightmare.
Yay.
It was a nightmare because the tutorial that I watched, it didn't work out. And then we had to like try and fix it on the fly. And it was a whole thing. But it's working this week. I'm not sure what I want to do. I think I want to build the Statue of Liberty. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I want to do a big project because it's fun. I haven't found a good like layout or map for how to build it. So I'm not sure if I might try and start on something a little smaller. But yeah, so that's tomorrow, typically around 8, 9 in the morning. Because I like to sleep in on Saturdays.
Well, the only question I have is my tower still the biggest?
Yes, Jeff's monument is the biggest monument. So for any of you who want to swing by Minecraft in the morning, if you are kind enough to leave me a super chat, you get a monument. So you'll get a tower built in your honor in our Minecraft world. And because Jeff his is now towering so tall, I've had to rethink my design, and now I think I have to add some girth to the towers. Yeah, I need to make them a little more girthy.
And on
but
that
yours
note,
is the biggest and the longest.
And on that note, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna leave it there. Subscribe to House of Flux. It's HOUSEOFFLUXX, all one word, 2 X's. And me, like and subscribe. If you're just joining it for the first time, please give me your subscription. You enjoyed it, come back for more, and like it. And if you have subscribed, just double check, make sure you're still subscribed. Okay, peeps. I'm gonna head on over to Law and Lumber's Friday Night Frenzy now. I tried to have an automatic redirect, but for some reason he has it turned off. So we can't automatically redirect you. Go to Law and Lumber. We're going to hang out there for a bit. Monday, we'll be doing some Maritime Monday stuff. And until then, we'll see you. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend. Let me find my outro, and then I'll get rid of everybody. Go away, people. Get off my lawn. Bye now. Oh, wait, mods. Thank you for being here. I can never forget to thank my mods and to thank you, good people, the super chatters, the supporters, the chatters. The Vice Squad chat is the best chat, and we love you, mods. Sorry about that. Now I'll get out of your face. Bye again.